Okay, the first time you open Graphmatica, you get this grey background. Now I find that it doesn't paste very well into Word documents, and it's often hard to read graphs. So the first thing I do is get rid of that grey background and put on a white background. So I come up to Options, go to Graph Paper, and then I come down to Colours, and there it is there. I'm going to change it from a grey to a white background. Whilst I'm here, this window allows me to change the colour. If I click on a graph, I can change its colour, or an X and Y axis can change its colour. So that's all done in there. So I'll hit OK. Alright, I'm just going to put in a graph of y equals x squared. So I've got something to demonstrate with. Notice that when I put in the power of 2, I use that little hat symbol. Alright. Now, at the moment, I've got all this wasted space here, so I'm going to change the window of the view of the graph. So I'm just going to right-click and go to Grid Range. Now, over here, all wasted space. So let's bring this into about, say, -4. The right boundary into 4, and the bottom, because there's a lot of wasted space down there, I think I'll bring it into about -1. Okay. The other thing is, if you want to annotate or label your graph, you go down to Edit, Annotations, type in what you'll want to display, and you can place it wherever you want. Now, I don't like the fonts they use in Graphmatica when it first comes up, so I go to Graph Options, Graph Paper again, I go to Fonts, and I'll just show you with the annotation I just did. I change Select Font. It's currently Courier New. I'm going to use Arial, and OK. And then my annotation font's changed to Arial. Particularly on axis labels, when you put those as Arial, I think it looks much better. Alright, if you want to paste this graph from Graphmatica into a Word document or OneNote, all you have to do is come up to Edit, Copy Bitmap and Color, or Monochrome, and it's now on the clipboard. So you open up your Word document and hit Paste, and it will be displayed. To put it into OneNote, you can go Print and select that instead of a printer. Instead of a printer, you hit Send to OneNote, and that'll be able to place it straight into OneNote. But you have a little bit less control. It puts other things in there as well, but you can certainly do that. Okay, I think they're probably the most. One other thing I might show you is that at the moment, if I hit Titles and Labels, notice if I put a title, it'll be displayed here. I'll quickly show you. Graph Paper, label, title, demo graph. Okay, and that would be displayed when I paste this into the Word document. That title will come with it, but to switch that on, that was in the Titles and Labels tab there. Alright, they're the very basics to get you up and running with Graphmatica. Okay.